So hey there guys, and 2 months ago I came across a really awesome game, and it's called Cardfight Vanguard. The Cardfight Vanguard is a Japanese trading card game, and it's brought to you by Bushiroad. So if we begin with Cardfight Vanguard, it's actually a trading card game which is later converted into an anime, and there's also a manga for it, and you can always check that out on this Wikipedia page, and there's also a episode series for it for the basic rules. So let's begin. So for those who don't have Vanguard with them or can't buy it, you can always buy it on Amazon or your local department store. But if you don't have it, you can straight away go to this link. I'll keep this link in the description below, and here's what we have. So this is a website for Cardfight Vanguard, and mostly we have 3 card games here. There's Yu-Gi-Oh, there's Cardfight Vanguard, and Future Card Buddy Fight. So we can play anyone, but today's is Cardfight Vanguard, so I'll download this one, and after downloading you'll get something called as this file. You'll get this WinRAR archive file, and then you have to just unzip it. Now, I hope you know how to unzip, and then you'll get this folder. So after getting this folder, we have to just double click, and there's a game. So if we begin with it, it opens a window, and then we have 7 options here, let's see. I don't think this works. Okay, there are 6 options here, and so we are connecting. So guys, this is the basic gameplay where you can challenge other card fighters here, and let's not make it this quickly. We'll begin with our basic deck construction first. So here we'll go to the deck editor and deck load zone. So we can just go to deck load, and I can load my decks. I've already created many decks, but today's deck will be Royals 1. If you want you can edit it. Here there are 4 options here. You can use new deck, load deck, save deck, or go back. So I'll begin with a new deck, of course. So guys, all those you don't know, we have to get a combination of all grade 3s, grade 2s, and grade 1s, and of course grade 0s as well. And so here are all the grade 0s. And for those of you who don't know what are exactly these grade 2s and grade 4s, you can always visit the Wikipedia page. But I'll show you, because this video has to cover everything, I think. Well, my computer gives me a lot of problems. So here we have a basic Kagero units. So the one thing in common them are these things. These are the names of their units. This is the clan, this is the Nabutana, this is the Kagero. Then we have this power of the unit, and then this is the power of this unit. This is the grade of the unit, and this is grade 3, grade 3, grade 3, 2, 2, and 1. So if you can see, the grade 3 doesn't have a number here, and that number is actually the defense power of the unit, and it's also called as a shield. So grade 2s and grade 1s have it, grade 3 don't have it, and these are the specific skills of each of the card. You can always take a exact good combination of it. And this is the Blaster Blade. This is the key card in the starting episodes of the anime. Almost like 192 episodes of the anime have main emphasis on this card. This is the Blaster Blade, the Bark Call. And for all you guys who don't know, Bargall is actually a banned card as the starting Vanguard, and you always begin with a grade 0, and Bargall is banned, and the reasons are, you can always wiki them. So here is the restriction for Bargall. You can always read that. One thing says that Bargall, a guarantee grade 2 is not fair, and yeah, right, because Bargall skill says you have to rest the unit and search your deck for Flogel and Lu. And then Flogel and Lu, when they are on the battlefield, you can easily superior ride Blaster Blade by using Lu's Counter Blast. Now I know if you are a new player, these things won't make any sense, so I'll try to make everything clear by battling. And so these are some restricted cards and limited this Aqua Force. Well, so that's all with the restricted stuff, and let's begin a game. So if you want to go through the rules, this is a draw trigger. That red symbol states that it's a draw trigger. This is a heal trigger, and this is a stand trigger. And there's also one called as a critical trigger, and I'll show you it soon. So let's begin with the basic gameplay. So our deck should contain at least 16 triggers like that. The triggers, like this is a heal trigger. If you can see, it's Yggdrasil Maiden Elaine, and that's a heal trigger and a main one because Aichi uses the most of the time. And Aichi is this guy. The whole Cardfight Vangaurd series revolves around him. The later series revolves around a guy named Chrono Shindo, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the Great Force yet. These are the Great Four cards, and these are let's take it to another video. And so we have to begin with a grade 0 starting Vanguard. Any grade 0 can be your starting Vanguard, but I hope you take a starting Vanguard which is not a trigger if you're taking the Royal Paladins, of course. And we have a huge set of other clans here if you want to check them out, but I play with the Royal Paladins and the Gold Paladins only. If you want, you can go through Oracle Think Tank. This is the only what you can say, clan which has a heal trigger as the starting Vanguard. You can use them any time you want, and for some reason I think the English version has just disappeared. Okay, wait, let me start this once more. Yeah, so that option changes the language to English. Okay, so I won't construct a deck now. I already have a preloaded deck. Of course, if you want to construct a deck, you have to just go and click on the cards you want, just the way. And just remember, we have to get only 4 heal triggers and other 12 other triggers, and those can be any. And this is a critical trigger, and that means extra 2 points of damage. Okay, I'll show you via a game, and I'll just close this. Okay, he says my deck doesn't contain 15 cards. Okay, no problem. I'll just load my preloaded deck, and that is Royals 1. Where's Royals 1? Yeah, there's it. So here's Vangaurd Brave as my starting Vanguard. 4 heal triggers, 4 stand triggers, 4 critical triggers, and 4 draw triggers. Then there is Perfect Guard, a Little Sage Marin, Young Pegasus Knight, Vangaurd, Blaster Blade. Of course, Blaster Blade has to be in my deck. Gordon, Galatine, and then we have Alfred Early, King of Knights Alfred, and Solitary Knight Gancelot. The same deck that Aichi used during his matches. Only this card was a Flash Shield Assault. This one. Okay, so we have a deck ready, and we can just battle with other opponents now. So for all those of you who don't know, you can always register and battle later. But I have already made my registration, and so I can easily. Now these are all the people here who you can ask the battle. You can also watch the specific battles which are happening. And let's say, okay, someone has challenged me. Let's see what's he got in. Okay. Okay, so here begins a match. So that clan is Oracle Think Tank, and mine is the Royal Paladin. And so at first I draw exactly 5 cards, and then I can switch cards. Like I don't have a grade 1, as you can see, so I can put back 3 cards and getting a grade 1. Yes, I got it. So he's asking me head or tail. I say H, and this is the coin toss. So the coin land on heads, and so I'll begin. So I'll ride with Marin, and Vingal Brave moves back, and then I can use Gancelot's skill, the axe skill. Reveal this card to your opponent and put it on the top of the deck. Search your deck for one blaster blade, place it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So that's the basic skill to get a blaster blade in hand and end phase. And so he will begin. So God of Kichibiyoshi is a specific card which you can, that's called a series of rides. Like when I placed a grade 1 on a grade 0, that means a ride. And Pioneer is the card's ability, so he's attacking. That's 5000 versus 8000, and the power is less. So I'll just say I don't guard, because in this case he gets a trigger. So he got a critical trigger, the power increased, and it's a critical. So that means I have to take 2 damage instead of just 1. So I right click to take damage. That's 2 damage here. Now it's my turn. I draw, always first right face, then stand and draw. So now I can ride. Now riding with Blaster Blade of course has an advantage because I have Vingal Brave here. So I of course ride with Blaster Blade. I call Galatine and I call Gordon. So that way I can build up my formation, and the Royal Paladins are mostly work on the help of their rear cards. So when I rest Gordon, that means I'm attacking him. I'm attacking God of Kichibiyoshi with Gordon, and then I can attack with Galatine. And so he is guarding, or she is guarding, I think. I don't know exactly. And so she says no guard, and whenever my Vanguard attacks the center card, I can always perform a drive trigger check, and that's right click. And so I got a Vingal, that is not a trigger, and so the battle just goes on. Now I have a perfect formation, and so that's called a superior ride, kind of superior ride. God of Kichibiyoshi's skill says you can look at the 5 cards from the top of the deck, and if there is a goddess of Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi, you can always ride it. And the power difference is almost, so I say no guard, and the attack doesn't hit because it's 7000 versus 9000. So that's actually a great skill. So I think I'm not gonna ride it this turn, because I think I should give her some breather, or him. So Gordon attacks once more. So she took damage. Then I attack with my Blaster Blade, and this unit behind it is gonna boost the Blaster Blade. It's like a boost. And so I perform a drive trigger check as my Vanguard is attacking. So drive trigger check, it's a critical trigger. So giving the power to my Vanguard won't make a difference, but giving the power to Galatine would make a tremendous difference. Yeah, that was a heal trigger, she got 1, and so she can recover 1 point in damage. So even if she had to be on 4 this turn, it's 3. And so I attack with my Galatine, and she guards. End phase. So all you guys, this is the main key reason of Cardfight Vanguard. You have to just attack the opponent, and of course you have to build your deck, build everything. And now I'll show you how to guard. Now that is Silent Tom. Silent Tom has a really typical skill. That means I cannot guard with a grade 0 unit, and I'll just show you what happens. So if I bring Eplona here, Silent Tom cannot be guarded by a grade 0, that is Eplona or any others. So I just had to take damage because I don't have guards. But my Gordon can intercept. If you can see, when this unit intercepts, a grade 2 can always intercept. And that intercept is a special one. He gets an additional 5000 power here. And that attack is guarded. So she's attacking with Goddess of the Half Moon, and I don't guard. And yeah, it's a critical trigger. Of course, some bad luck there. No problem. So it's not about winning or losing in this game. It all depends. So this is my turn and I have to ride. I mean, it's not necessary to ride every turn, but it would be great if you ride it. So ride. So when Alfred Early's skill, when his unit is placed on Vanguard circle, choose up to one card named Blaster Blade from my soul and call it to rear guard. To access the soul, I press Control and then I click. So Blaster Blade is out on my rear guard circle, and then I can call Wingle. Wingle has a great skill. That means if it is boosting Blaster Blade, it gets an additional 4000 power, and that's actually good. So first things first, I attack with Galatine. Then Wingle Brave boosts Alfred and he attacks. So yeah, I'll say yes. And so she's guarding with 2 cards. That means 19,000. The power plus the shield value, that's here. And so that's 15,000 shield together and plus 9,000. So my attack won't hit at any cost. So grade 3, so double drive trigger check, nothing there. Second check, it's a heal trigger. So I give all the power to Blaster Blade and I can heal. So the attack doesn't hit, but no problem, I got rid of 1 damage. So Wingle boosts Blaster Blade and Blaster Blade gets additional 4000 power skill and he attacks. So for those who don't know, that's MMB or middle mouse button, or if you don't have a middle mouse button, you can always click the mouse wheel for adding power. So now you guys would think that what's the main reason I'm playing this game. So see now, Silent Tom cannot be guarded by a grade 0, and I think I can intercept, so I'll intercept. Well, Galatine has more power, but Blaster Blade has a Wingle behind, so technically when I attack, he'll get more power, and so I guard. Now she attacks with a grade 3. A grade 3 has this awesome twin drive ability, that means double drive check. So drive trigger check and second check. So she gets a critical trigger, so I have to take 2 damage. That's 1. Now that's a draw trigger, and of course triggers must be activated first, so I draw and then second check. So that's the end of the turn. So right face and I draw. Well, I don't have exactly any hard cards or great cards, but of course I can do one thing. Yeah, I can use that. Well, I say I reveal my Gansalot, and the same thing that as I did before, I can get 1 copy of Blaster Blade in my hand. Gansalot goes to the bottom top of the deck, and I shuffle the deck. Then I get Blaster Blade in my hand. I call Blaster Blade. Blaster Blade's awesome skill, Counter Blast 2. So this is Counter Blast. I can retire Silent Tom. So that way I just got rid of one of our rear guards without even attacking. And then I call Margol. Margol's skill says I can move this unit to soul and choose one of your all paladins, and it gets plus 3000 power. And that's what I'm going to do. I can give Blaster Blade the power. And yeah, that's what I can do just now. And others are all guarding units. Okay, no problem. So here we go. Blaster Blade attacks. So giving the 3000 power was actually a gift. Then I attack with my Alfred Early. That's 15,000 versus 10. And see, that's a perfect guard. It says when it is placed on the Guardian circle, that is the center green circle, we can discard 1, and then the unit won't be hit after the battle. So this attack will be a complete useless. So I drive trigger check and then a second check. I got a heal trigger once more and then recover 1 point in damage. So attack, and then he gets an additional 4000 power, and then he attacks. And so that's 6 damage on her turn, and she wins. I win. So that's exactly how Vanguard works. And your opponent has left the game. So, well, that's the basic rules of how to play this deck, or not deck, this game. But I have not covered most of the parts of it. So had that attack not been hit, she would have begun, and then we can see there's a grade 3 on a grade 3 battle, and when that happens, one of the users can do something called as a stride, and stride I can talk about in the next video. So this is the basic Vanguard game, and yeah, you can always save the replay. Like, this was my first win with my Royal Paladins, this clan, so I'll just say Royals 1 win. And so that's much like it, and 3 of the players are gonna challenge me for a battle, and I have a lot of crazy decks with me. This is just a basic deck, and I guess that's all it. If you guys have any questions, you can always comment me below, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I can always go on with the new rules that is striders and other things. So all in all, this is the basic Cardfight rules, and there are more. I am not telling anything. This is just the top of the iceberg. The whole thing, if I get to tell you, it's gonna take me at least 10 videos to do that. So I'll just take it for some next video. So yeah, thanks for watching.